What's up guys, it's Kara here and I am back for my 2017 Bikini Olympia predictions. I'm obviously not an NPC judge, but it's just fun to kind of go through and talk about my predictions, and I want to get you guys involved as well, so I want you to post in the comments below who you want to see win this year's Bikini Olympia and share this video with your other bikini girlfriends. My boyfriends, they watch it too. This may be the most interesting Olympia yet since I've been involved in the bikini world, if you will. And part of why I say that is because if you look at last year's top 5 bikini Olympians, 3 of the 5 are not competing this year. And that's truly kind of crazy. That is like the most prestigious event that all bikini girls want to be invited to. You have to either A, be invited to it, or you have to score enough points through the competitions that you compete at a pro level, obviously. You have to be at the pro level, winning shows. If you get first, that's like an automatic invite to Olympia. If you don't place first, depending on your placing, these points add up. If you get X amount of points, then you're allowed to the Olympia. Courtney King wowed us and won last year after Ashley Kaltwasser, sorry, I'm gonna butcher people's last names, had won it 3 years in a row. So I was surprised that she didn't win it last year, but Courtney King looked incredible. And obviously, if you guys don't already follow Courtney King, she's another YouTuber, and I really adore her and her YouTube channel. And you know, she was going back and forth with competing or not competing, and I really just give that woman so much credit for choosing not to compete, because I can't imagine how hard that decision was for her, being the #1 bikini Olympian last year and having to choose not to compete this year because she's putting her health first. And it gives me goosebumps because I'm kind of a dork like that, and I just think that's such an amazing message for all the girls and guys that look up to her. You know, she's had some health issues, she's been open with that, she's been open with the things she's done to compete at the level she competes at, and you know, she's struggling with her health and she had to choose to put that first versus going to the Olympia. Huge props to Courtney King, and she won't be there. So with her not being there, and then you also have India Paulino, she's been at the Olympia every year for I don't know how many years, consistently placing top 5, consistently placing, you know, she won the Arnold, I don't know if she won last year or the year before, but she's pregnant, so she's not gonna be at the Olympia this year. And then you have Ashley Kaltwasser, who's also chose not to compete this year too. So the 3 big bikini girls are not competing this year. So that really kind of leaves the doors open for a lot of other bikini girls to go out there and get recognized this year. So I think it's really cool because we're gonna see a whole new top 5 that we haven't seen in the past 5 or 6 years. You also have big people like Justine Monroe not competing. I don't think Stacey Alexander's competing this year either. Stephanie Mahoy. There's quite a few big IFBB bikini girls I follow that are not doing it this year. So I'm really interested to see how things play out. With looking at the roster, you guys can look at that roster. MPC News did post 36 bikini girls who are attending this year. So looking at that, I went through and kind of chose my standout bikini girls. I'm maybe missing a few here based on who I follow on social media, so you guys may have other opinions on who you're gonna think will place top 5. Last year within the top 5, Angelica Teixeira, I don't know how to say her last name, Angelica placed #2, and she's done very well at many of her shows with a lot of first placings. So Angelica's probably gonna be right up there in the top 5. You know, placing #2 last year, maybe she'll pull in there and get #1. You've also got Jennifer Ronziti, really surprised a lot of people last year, being kind of a noob in the IFBB world. That was her first Olympia, and she placed 5th, which is crazy. Jennifer doesn't know me, but she used to be sponsored by P28, who I've also been sponsored with. So I've known of her and followed her on social media for a very long time. So I thought that was really cool. Really cool she placed 5th. And a lot of people were like, who's this girl? Where the hell did she come from? But her physique is definitely worthy of a top placing at the Olympia. So I could see her easily staying up there in the top 5 pick for these judges. Janet Leag is someone that's done extremely well. She placed 6th last year in the Olympia. I think you may see her creep up into that top 5 placing. A couple people that I personally really like and I would love to see placed top 5. If not, you know, top 10 is very prestigious as well. But Kori Baker, someone I mentioned last year, I don't think she placed as well as she should have at a couple of her shows based on how phenomenal she looks, and I just adore following her social media account. She really keeps it real and posts crazy good recipes. But Kori's physique is incredible. The changes she's made, the ability she has to come in so lean and tight and symmetrical without looking frail. You know, it's a very fine line, and you know, when you look at Courtney King's physique, which I think is just the standard of bikini, she doesn't look like she's on anything not natural. She's very petite, but she's long, like she's tall. She's got these long, lean arms and legs with that itty bitty waist, that nice muscular development to her. She's got abs, but it's not chiseled and like veiny, you know, but she just has a beautiful physique, and I feel like Kori Baker is right up there at that level. Someone else who I think we're gonna see sneak in the top 5, maybe top 10, would be Scheana, who won the New York Pro this year. And Scheana, to me, looks way different. If you look back at her Olympia photos last year, she didn't place last year at the Olympia, but she looks way different this year. She's coming in with that tight, lean package, similar to Courtney King, and so I think we could see her sneak up there in the top 5 as well. Someone I really, really adore is Narman. She's so petite, like she's shorter than me, I believe, but she's so muscular. Like she's just got this great amount of muscle on her with like the big boobs and sassy attitude in her posing. And so Narman placed good last year. She was in top 10 last year. I think she was, looking at my notes here, I think she got 8th last year. I'd love to see her in a top placing. You know, I feel like in bikini, we often see at like Olympia and Arnold, like a lot of the taller girls placing better, with the exception of India, who is shorter. But you know, not enough of the shorties place well, and I'd like to see Norman place better. Someone else who, this will be her first Olympia, is Vanessa Avila, or Vanessa Chung. She's had a really good pro streak since winning her pro card, I believe just a year ago. She's had some really great placings at her pro shows. She's also another shorty, tiny, tight, muscular physique. I really like the look of her physique. I think she brings a nice package to the stage. And this will be her first Olympia, and I really think she may come out with a top placing. She looks really great. It's hard to choose at this stage of the game. Everyone that goes out there looks phenomenal. These are the best in the world for competitors. So it's kind of hard to choose and know which way the judges are gonna go with any competition. But for me, those are probably my top picks. It's hard to say, but I'll give you my top 1 through 5. I'm gonna go with Angelica placing 1st, Scheana 2nd, Jennifer Ronziti 3rd, Janet 4th, and I'm just gonna give my girl Kori Baker 5th because I think she should. So those are gonna be my top 5 predictions for the Olympia. I don't know if I'm right, I don't know if I'm even close, but I always have a fun time just throwing it out there. It's always great to watch, even though, you know, I compete at a natural bodybuilding level. I love the NPC, I love following the IFBB pros. It's so incredible what they achieve, and just getting to be on that stage, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. So it'll be a lot of fun to watch. I want to hear your predictions below. Let me know if I missed anyone that you think should be top 5. And Olympia is happening this weekend, so I hope you guys watch, and we will see you in the next one.